Hello and welcome back to Oxycraft. The last time that we left off was actually about 2 minutes ago. We finished off our fire station and we made a little bit functional as well, so people probably won't die in fires. Maybe they will, because I don't know how footballers are, but it's fine, don't even worry about it. Today, however, as I mentioned last episode, we will be working on the front entrance here. I started to put together a little bit of things. I'm basically just going to get rid of this stone because I feel like it would be much better if it all blended in. I have a feeling that that's why it's standing out quite a lot to me at the moment, and I'm finding it kind of hard to visualize exactly where I want things to go, what I want to do with things, but there you go. That's pretty much my main plan. Now if I come down this way, you'll see instantly this is kind of too steep. This needs to come out a bit because I want that sat on floor level mostly. Now I understand that it's probably not going to work out quite how I planned, but if I can slope it more like I've sloped this side, I think that would be perfect. In fact, if I could just attach that, maybe that's the way I'd like to go, because this then would sit a bit better, but also this entrance, the way that I've kind of got it planned in my head, this would work for, but not if there's this dip in the ground. So we're going to have to try and figure that out. Which is what I'm going to do now. Now, obviously, I'm not going to deal with this on camera because this is mostly just placing dirt, so it's not going to be too exciting. So I'm going to jump away. I'm going to get as much of this done as I can do, and once I've got some progress to update you on, I will be back. Alright, we are back. I have done some things. I've placed this cobblestone... No, not really. I have filled in this little part here to where I'm kind of happy. It's not perfect, to be honest. The shape's kind of weird, and running up is kind of weird, but it does okay for now, and I feel like the rest of this... I mean, this still needs to grow grass, but the rest of this will make more sense once we've got this wall in here. And this is what we're going to work on today. I'll be honest, I think I said that, but I don't really remember. Either way, this is what we're going to work on today, and I do have some ideas. So I'm going to get most of this in place, or at least I'm going to get the wall, the foundation, the base of the wall in place, and then we shall figure out where we go from there.
How could it be over now? I feel my heart breaking down. I turn it all around. It couldn't be over now. My heart is beating now. I'll turn it all around for you.
Alright, it is in place, and it is definitely nighttime, so I'm going to quickly sleep, and then we will start chiseling out the little middle part that we will actually be able to walk through. Now, I have a few ideas, but I think this is going to take a little bit more work than I actually have already done, so we'll get how far I've got done, and then we'll kind of figure out from there what we want to do with it. Now, I'm thinking what I've got at the moment means that this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these ones here need to come out. Now, I built it kind of a strange way just because I didn't really know what I was doing. But I think the gist of it is something like this. That should give us the right shape. And so this here is going to be the main entrance. I'm going to leave this here just for reference, but we will take that out. But that there is the center. So this is the kind of thing that we're going for. Now, I've never actually worked on diagonals before. This is the first time I'm going to do so. But do you know what? I think it worked out quite well. I'm kind of happy with what I've come up with. I need to get some logs. I planted 64 saplings, and I got a lot of stuff back from it. But I've actually almost run out. I say almost run out. I've still got quite a few stacks of logs, but it went quite quick, surprisingly. I'm just quite surprised how quickly I got through. But that is okay. Let's get placing these. Now today, I decided it was finally time to make Microsoft leave me alone and update to Windows 10. And do you know what? At first, I was really worried because what happened was it didn't take long at all. It's been bugging me about it for ages, and a lot of the times I would just click whatever the closest button is to get it to go away, and I have a feeling I told it the other day that it was okay, just update, and ever since it's been like, okay, we're ready, are you ready? I'm just like, no, come back another day, I'm not ready today. But this time it came up and I thought, you know what? It seems like it's done all... Oh, that didn't work out very well. It seems like it's done all the hard work. It's ready to go. Let's just update. And let's just do it. It's been out for quite a while now. So I imagine most of the problems that were there on launch have been fixed. I have actually been running it on my laptop for a little while, which admittedly I barely use, but it has been running on the laptop. So I at least know what it's like, and I know I don't hate it. Is that wrong? I think I've done this wrong. How could I have done this wrong? How couldn't I have done this wrong? It's me. I always do this. No, I have done this right, but again, we've got one of those weird things where it doesn't line up properly. Whatever, it'll be fine. We'll figure our way around it once again. Yeah, I decided let's just do it. Let's just go with it. It'll be fine. How bad can it be? So I hit restart, and you know what? It took maybe 5 minutes max to restart itself and install, and I was very, very impressed. It was very quick. It's very nice. The laptop, when I did that, I had to leave it overnight. It was taking hours, but I guess, yeah. There's a bit of a difference between the two machines, so I guess it makes sense. But I got it all installed, and I was pretty excited. I was pretty happy. I figured, this looks no different. There's a few small differences, so whatever. I mean, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. I figured I might as well go with it. This is probably the first time in, a very, very, very long time that I've had the latest version of Windows running. I think Windows 7, when that came out, I had that for maybe half a year or so. I think before Windows 8 came out. Maybe I'm completely wrong, actually. That sounds very wrong. But I don't feel like I've had the latest version of Microsoft Windows stuffs in a very, very long time. I honestly never noticed a difference, to be honest. A lot of people tell me all these things and what's bad about certain versions and stuff and how certain things don't do what they should. But it's not something I ever noticed. Now, this is going to confuse me because I'm not 100% sure whether it's like this. I don't think it is. It's not. I'm getting confused at counting this side part now because I don't know if this counts or not. It's probably just okay, and I'm just going to go with it. Let's just get these out of the way. But anyway, I restarted the computer as it asked me to do, and everything was fine. I opened the internet, made sure everything worked, because my worry is always the hardware that I use with everything is going to stop working, and then if that happens, I'm kind of screwed because I don't have much other option apart from what I have. So I made sure all the sound was working, everything. I could hear everything fine, and it was great. It was good. Everything was working. So I was kind of happy. I was kind of relieved. I think I want to make those 2. Am I doing that every other one? Anyway, everything was working fine, and then I wanted to record something, and I noticed, no, it wasn't that, it was Cortana. I clicked Cortana because I thought it'd be funny to see if it worked, and it said, "You're not saying anything." And I was thinking, I am. I got a microphone on my head. Well, not on my head, but like right in my face. I am saying something, Mr. Computer. I know I am. But it didn't hear me, and that's when I got really worried. I thought it would be a bit strange, considering the fact that I can see my microphone metering on the sound card, and I opened up, and now not the one that's built into Windows, but I have a separate piece of software that monitors the sound and everything like that. And it was monitoring fine in there. It was doing what it should have been. So I thought, this is very strange. I figured it was nothing. And then I went to record. And that's when I realized that for some reason, even though my microphone was more than happy to pick itself up and hear things and do other stuff, how does this work? Is it just this? Is that a waste of fines? Yes, because now I don't have enough to even build one. It's probably fine. Let's keep going. But it just didn't work. And I was really, really, really worried at first. I did honestly think that maybe it would never be okay again. But it's actually fine, as you can probably tell by the fact that you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. Wait, what if you can't hear me? Okay, now I'm scared. How does this go? Let's get this in. But yeah, it wasn't the most pleasant experience. But it turned out it was just there's apparently known issues with Windows 10 and FireWire, which is what my sound card uses, and that got solved pretty quick. I just had to do some research on the interwebs, and I found the answers. But all in all, it was kind of a worrying experience. But yeah, I haven't actually noticed a difference with it yet, so I'm just kind of waiting for something to happen. I did need to put a log on here. But yeah, so that's my little story for today. I'm going to get some more of this done. I'm going to get a few more pieces added in, and I will be back with you. Well, there we go. That is, I think, all of the stuff in place. However, the more I look at it, the more I think it really does need that moss for this. In fact, aren't we right next to a swamp? Let's see if we can find some vines, and if we can, I would really like to, yes, we definitely can. I would really like to get them added because they will make a big difference to the way that this looks. looking at this without it, it feels very, very, almost like the game. It feels very, very dull. And so I do want to change that. Now, where is my things? These are my things. I've tried to organize these chests, but every time I do, I end up with one of these chests, which is one of those I'm too lazy to find where this goes, so this is good enough chests. I think everybody has a good 12,000 of them every world. But yeah, I need to grab some vines. So I'm going to grab some vines. I'm going to make some mossy cobblestone walls, and then we're going to start to make this thing a little bit more 3D. Not bad. I got nearly a stack, which is actually a lot more than I expected to get. But that's cool. That works for me. So let's see. Let's just make a bunch. Why not? Let's do it. Let's throw down our workbench and build us some things. Now, I don't want to use all of these. I think we'll probably be fine with 12. 12 sounds about right. Let's try 12. And let's go and see how much of a difference this can make. Looking at the way I've got it, it is quite a difference. I think it's the amount of color that it adds really makes a difference. Now, I'm being quite careful with the way that these are placed. From what I've done before, having these on the base or right against the wall is the only way that they look right. I find that if they're anywhere else, they feel a bit wrong if they're just on the bottom. And I don't know why that is. So that's kind of what I'm going to stick to. And hopefully you'll see the same kind of difference. But I think it's definitely worth it. Oh, I missed that. All right, there we go. That is the mossy in place, and I've built a little bridge so we can have a look at it, but I think you'll see what I mean. The color definitely does something. There is a few more pieces that I really need to get done with this, and at the moment I'm kind of jumping in and out quite a lot on this video. So what I want to do is really make some progress on everything, and then I will be back and I'll take you all through it. All right, I am probably 95% done. Yes, this is what we're looking at. Now, there is something wrong with the inside. I'm not going to mention it because maybe no one will ever notice. I don't have any... Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm going to put the floor in on this place anyway in a second, but this is the outside, which I'm very, very happy with, actually. I added in some fences and a few more logs because I felt like this was too much stone. I still kind of feel like that, but it's not as bad as it used to be. There needs to be something on top as well. Now, I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to go about this yet. I don't want it too similar to the... I don't have my OptiZoom fine thing. I don't want it quite the same as this. I kind of want some more arches in the windows if we do go with that, so maybe we'll just kind of leave that. I'm going to get these two towers built up first before I kind of put the middle in, because I feel like that will help us link it together. Maybe an extra walkway or something. We'll figure the top part out as we go. But this is the bit that we can do for now, and we've got these little windows going on here as well. Now, quite a common theme, and I don't know whether this is just because I'm not very good at counting properly, and so I've misjudged where everything should go. Is this kind of thing here where this is where the tower goes in, but this is where the tower's coming around, so there's no gap there, but there is there. It doesn't really matter unless I stand here and point out and you stare at it. It's not really something you notice just as you kind of come past. Inside, it's worse. Again, some of you may have noticed it, but it's actually just completely off. I don't think it's too obvious, and I don't think it will be, and we'll definitely make the most of it, but I've actually added a stair in, so this can be like a doorway, but this is actually one longer on this side than it is that side, so again, it is kind of off, but I don't think it's going to matter. I'm going to try and get a door in here, and then this will lead to a proper staircase at some point, so we can actually have another way up and in, I imagine be a doorway here and on the other side. But for now, we got these little windows, which is definitely something. But overall, I'm actually very happy with the way this turned out. I put this off for ages because I was kind of worried about how it would turn out. I've never built on an angle before. So there you go. I thought it would be a mess, but I'm actually quite happy with it. So I do believe that my next step is to place a little bit of a floor. Now, I've got to be careful because I haven't actually done the inside yet. We've got a lot of these pieces kind of hanging out, which do need to be fixed, but I think that's stuff that can just come once we're pretty much done. Inside is next. I need to figure out where I'm placing the main building stuff and whereabouts it's all going to fit. Now, I want there to be a massive main hall probably over this side, and I want a smaller hall on this side. So this area out here where we're running around now, probably actually following this stone and then along this side will all be open, and this will be like a little kind of courtyard gardens, and then you'll go into the main building, which will be stuff and things will happen, and we'll worry about that when we get there. I'm still kind of figuring that one out, but that's what's going on. So I'm just gonna get this little pass through here done, maybe figure out this side a little bit better, this sort of slope, get rid of this stone, and then we'll wrap up. All right, I have placed the floor, and I think I am happy for now. I have built a little path leading up to it, and I'm not too sure how I feel about this just yet, but that leads us right in. And as I said earlier, this whole thing inside is just gonna have to wait a little bit longer until we get this whole thing sorted out. I'm gonna try and keep going off camera, getting the walls and stuff filled in, and on the creative world, I'm gonna try and get this middle bit filled in. Oh, hi. But for now, I think this is gonna do. So I'm going to call the episode there. Hopefully you guys are liking this. I definitely am. I'm very happy with it. If you guys have any suggestions on extra things I can add, extra things I can do, then please do let me know. And I'll definitely try and do it. One thing I have missed out on is lighting across all of these walls. Now inside we kind of figured it out over here, and outside we'll do as well. These are actually trapdoors on glowstone, so that's that. But we need to kind of figure out for this. So that's something we have to work out. Maybe that will come once we get the top part on, but there you go. Anyway, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode. Of course, if you have, please do go ahead and do all the things, keep the support coming, and yeah, I'll see you next time.